We got a fresh crowler of beer here from a wee baby brewery that's just about to be born. This is the Smoked Porter, part of the Jazz Night series from Wooden Ship Brewing Company, a brand new brewery that's just about to open up in Southwest Minneapolis' Linden Hills neighborhood. So let's see how Wooden Ship fared on their maiden voyage. That's a boat joke. Let's drink this now. Woo! Smell that. You can really get a strong smoke aroma wafting off of this beer, and a lot of people like to compare the smell of smoked beer to the smell of barbecue, and that's because you're using a lot of the same woods to smoke meat that you would to smoke beer. In the case of this beer from Wooden Ship, the woods that they're using to smoke were oak and beechwood. Now, oaks is a really pungent, smelly smoke that you probably would most associate with like smoking brisket in the barbecue world. Beechwood's a little bit lighter, it's a little bit more subtle of a smoke, and I like that Wooden Ship used a combination of woods to smoke this beer. I think it gives a nice balanced smoke profile, and it doesn't make you feel like you're drinking a glass full of bacon, for instance. I also really like that Wooden Ship decided to use a porter as their base beer for this recipe, because I think the smoke really interacts nicely with the rich bitterness of those darker malts that you use in a porter. So I should say right here that smoked beers are pretty divisive. Now, I personally am a junkie for barbecue, I love cold smoked meat, I love scotch, so these kind of flavors are right up my alley, but if you find yourself sensitive to smoke, you might want to tread carefully in this genre. So, despite what you might think, smoked beer wasn't just dreamed up 10 years ago by some hipster with a 2-pack-a-day smoking habit. Prior to the 19th century, brewers would very often use wood smoke fires to help dry the malt for the brewing process. And after industrialization came to the beer world, people still really liked those flavors, and so smoked beer persisted in Europe in places like Norway, where it's a big part of those traditional Norwegian farmhouse styles, as well as in Germany, where the Rauch beer is a common smoky beer over there. The Germans really like to use beechwood in their beers, and you can catch some of that Rauch beer flavor in this smoked porter from Wooden Ship. So this beer is actually the first in Wooden Ship's Jazz Night series, which is going to be an ongoing series of smoked beers in their tap room and wherever their crowlers are sold. So if I was going to compare this beer to a famous jazz artist, I would choose the late, great Charles Mingus, because this beer is rich, dark, complex, and it also has a bunch of subtleties which reward a second listen if you will. Thanks for drinking along with us for another episode of Drink This Now. As always, if you enjoyed our videos, please smash that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and make sure you're also subscribed to our Wednesday Dabbler Dispatch newsletter where we recap all of our videos from the last week. Anyways, y'all, I'm out of here. I got a date with some jazz singles and a delicious crowler of brand new beer from a brand new brewery. Cheers.